Family is Providence. Thanks for tuning in. Governor Newsom's getting ripped apart on the timeline today because of his recent comments as he was in Atlanta promoting his new memoir, Young Man in a Hurry, a Memoir of Discovery, in which media outlets are reporting that he was speaking to a majority black audience, and he tried to relate to them by discussing his dyslexia and academic struggles.
I'm not trying to impress you. I'm just trying to impress upon you. I'm like you. I'm no better than you. I'm a 960 SAT guy. and I'm not trying to offend anyone, trying to act all there if you got 940. But literally a 960 SAT guy. I cannot, you've never seen me read a speech because I cannot read a speech. Maybe the wrong business to be in.
Now, while I did see some white people in the first clip, the second clip looks like he was speaking to an audience that had a majority of black people. Either way, it doesn't help Governor Newsom that he's talking to Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens, who is a black man. And so the optics of it doesn't look favorable for Governor Newsom. Commenting on the issue, rapper Nicki Minaj said, his way of bonding with black people is to tell them how stupid he is and that he can't read. This means my first read on him was correct. He's been handed so many things and put in high positions he never earned or deserved. Do you want to know the craziest part of this footage that will haunt him forever? He's literally slowing his speech down and talking in a sporadic cadence. He's not just telling them that they're all probably stupid and probably can't read. He's literally slowing down his speech to make them understand the words that are coming out of his mouth as if they're children. That means he really believes they're slow. He's not just saying it. He didn't misspeak. He believes it. Do you love it? Do you just love it, black people? Now, Governor Newsom would take to his X account and defend himself by saying, you didn't give a ish about the President of the United States of America posting an 8 video of President Obama or calling African nations ish holes, but you're going to call me racist for talking about my lifelong struggle with dyslexia? Spare me your effing outrage, Sean. And this is in response to Sean Hannity saying that Gavin Newsom thinks a 960 SAT makes him like black Americans. Let that sink in. Two things to note here. Gavin Newsom doesn't really challenge the fact that he's talking to the African American people, the context of that video. That's number one. And number two, he curses quite a lot, which is strange for a politician. I'm calling this the Donald Trump effect. I think some Democrats have realized how Donald Trump's straight talk, aggressive talk with the American people, sometimes the strongman tactics that Donald Trump portrays, a lot of voters like that. And I think that some of these Democrats are going to try to get into their bag and start cussing and talking to people straight and trying to be a little bit like Trump in that respect, because I feel like a lot of these politicians, especially Democrats, they realize how sometimes they come across as weak and feeble. And so it's interesting because potential presidential nominees would not be caught cursing in this way just even a couple years ago. So to see Gavin Newsom put out a statement here riddled with curses, I think that that's a signal to, the American people want an aggressive, straight talking politician who cusses like they cuss. Now, this wouldn't be the first time that a white liberal has been caught talking down to black people, dehumanizing black people, hinting in subtle ways that they don't really see black people as equals. I have always thought that while black people are, I think, particularly sensitive to the racism that comes from conservative circles, and I'm not saying that all conservatives are racist, but I do think that there's an elevated level of racism in conservative circles, and black people are sensitive to that. Oftentimes, I think that they sleep on the racism that exists in liberal circles, and white liberals do a special type of racism. It's not often the explicit in your face KKK or neo-Nazi type of racism, right? Explicit white supremacy type of racism. It's more of a subtle, paternalistic, hey, black people, you need us to survive because you're inferior, you're not very intelligent, and you need the government programs that we can give to you in order for you to actually survive in America. And so that is a form of racism. When you don't see black people, or really any group of people, as your equal, as being made in the image and likeness of God as you, fully capable as you, and even though they may have some unfavorable circumstances, can by and large still be just as talented and produce just as much as you can in the United States of America. And so while we may try to get rid of certain inequalities, we don't necessarily have to spoon feed black people. We don't have to baby black people. Black people are very capable by themselves of the age-old slogan of pulling themselves up by their bootstraps. And I do think that that is the type of racism we see from the white liberal. And this is not just something that I'm extrapolating from Governor Newsom. Governor Hochul of New York said that black kids growing up in the Bronx can't even say the word computer.
Young black kids growing up in the Bronx who don't even know what the word computer is. They don't know. They don't know these things. And I want the world open up to all of them, because when you have their diverse voices innovating solutions.
So when you think young black kids don't even know what a computer is, but you need to help open up the doors for them so that you can increase diversity, what does that tell you? These kids are absolutely incapable of surviving in this world. They don't even know what a computer is. And so we have to help open up the doors for them so that we can be a more diverse society in every area of society. And that is how a lot of white liberals think. And it's not even just Governor Hochul. You even see that paternalism from former President Joe Biden.
And the other thing we should do is we should challenge these students. We should challenge students in these schools to have advanced placement programs in these schools. We have this notion that somehow if you're poor, you cannot do it. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids, wealthy kids.
So there you have Joey essentially admitting that in his mind, white is equivalent to prosperity, wealth, success, and poor is equivalent to everything that's non-white. And so in his mind, it's poor versus white kids. And so you see this sense in which the white liberal pats himself on the back, makes him feel better about himself by helping these lesser fortunate minority kids, black kids, who need them to survive. And while that seems virtuous at face value, that's actually a dehumanization of these individuals, and it's actually not seeing them as fully capable human beings. And so at the end of the day, I think that that is something, and I've said this before, and I continue to say this, and I say this as a black man. Black people need to understand nobody likes us except for us. That's what Drake said. No one likes us except for us. There are white conservatives that don't like you, white liberals that don't like you. At the end of the day, you shouldn't even really be concerned about whether a politician likes you or not. We should vote for the politician that's going to institute the policy that is best going to help us. And some of us need to be free to vote Republican if that's how you feel, and you should be free to vote Democrat if that's how you feel. I'll never get on here and tell you which person to vote for, but thinking that one party has your best interests at heart, as my fellow black people like to mostly think, is ridiculous. Both sides don't like you. The white conservative might be a little bit more aggressive and more open about how he don't like you, but he don't like you either. And the white liberal don't like you. And there have been many, many progressives in history. I'm not going to go through it right now, but white progressive politicians, presidents who were very blatantly racist. At the end of the day, and I firmly do believe this, the white liberal is more reserved about his racism because black people vote largely Democratic. And so they tolerate black people. It's the same way I think if black people were to all of a sudden start voting Republican, white conservatives would be just like how the white liberals are now. Not really truly respecting and appreciating black people, but at the same time tolerating you because you vote for their agenda. Everybody at the end of the day is only about getting their agenda passed. If black people were to all of a sudden vote conservative, all of a sudden the conservatives will act like they're our best friends because we vote to get their agenda passed. And so we need to understand that as black people, and don't take for granted that you're friends with any of these politicians, that any of them actually really value you and respect you as people. So anyway, guys, that's my thoughts on this. Get in the comment box. Tell me what you think. Do you agree? Disagree? Do you think people are reading the situation wrong? Did Governor Newsom mean anything by it? Are people overreacting? Let me know your thoughts. If you like the video and subscribe. It's been Providence. I'll see you guys in the next video.